I was driving from Chihuahua, Mexico, to Washington, D.C., USA, because I'd been told a car such as I'd been given to use in the Southwest was now needed in the Northeast, and our current budget forced us to make the most of our limited rolling stock. Furthermore, I'd been told a few days of relaxed freeway driving would give me time to recuperate from the terrible strain of trying to habla español with my limited Spanish grammar and vocabulary. Never mind what the assignment down there had been. It was finished and wouldn't worry me or anybody else again. What did worry me was that I was being used as a delivery boy. Please understand, it wasn't a question of status. I've been with the outfit longer than most, but if somebody needs a vehicle driven somewhere and I'm going there, hell, I enjoy driving, and I'm not too proud to play ferryman. The Matthew Helm Auto Transport Service at your service. However, I couldn't help realizing that any kid with a license could have done the job. I could have flown back directly from Ciudad, Chihuahua, or driven north only as far as El Paso, Texas, just over the border, turned the fancy little turbocharged Ford Compact over to somebody else, and taken the plane from there. I could have been back in Washington by now, ready to do battle once more for the nation I serve and the small federal agency by which I'm employed, which I won't name, since it doesn't exist officially. I didn't buy all that nonsense about the badly needed car. We're not so hard up we can't pick up a baby Ford, even a loaded one, when and where we need one. It wasn't as if the heap in question were a priceless Rolls or Mercedes, or a unique all-terrain vehicle constructed to our specifications at great expense. As for the relaxing trip, the last time Mac worried about my mental health was when an airplane crash left me with a touch of amnesia, and that was quite a while ago. I came to the conclusion that he'd ordered me to drive north and east by easy stages instead of flying, because he simply didn't want me in Washington, at least not yet. He wanted me out on the highway for a few days, an elusive target, reporting to a recording device at a special number to say where I was spending the night, so he'd know where to make contact when he needed me. The callback came when I was only a day away from my destination. It caught me after breakfast. I'd already thrown my bag into the car in preparation for leaving the Holiday Inn, one of the Holiday Inns in Knoxville, Tennessee. If I hadn't stepped back into the room to make sure I hadn't left anything behind, and to kill the last couple of minutes before the specified departure time, I'd have missed it. You always wonder in a situation like that if you might not be better off pretending you didn't hear anything and slipping away quietly, or letting the damn thing ring. But of course you never do. "Eric?" "Yes, sir," I said. There was supposed to be some textbook ID stuff in here, in spite of the fact that he'd used my code name and that we were pretty well acquainted with each other's voices. However, he bypassed the normal procedure, which was significant in itself. He said, "I'm glad I caught you. We have a slight problem." I winced. It was a trigger phrase, and I didn't like it. I mean, if he'd mentioned a serious emergency or even a total disaster, okay. It would have indicated merely that things were normally screwed up in Washington, no sweat. But after a previous occasion, when home base had been threatened by somebody who'd considered us, rightly, as an obstacle to the attainment of certain undemocratic political ambitions, a new emergency alert signal had been arranged between Mac and his more senior operatives, active and retired, an elite group of fairly nasty characters of which I was the ranking member. A slight problem meant that the ship was sinking, and it was time to order the lifeboat crews to their assigned stations. "A slight problem," I repeated, to let him know the message had been received. "Yes, sir. How would you like me to go about solving this slight problem?" Solving our slight problem involved, for a start, I was told, carrying out the standing orders applicable to such a situation. Afterwards, as I'd been planning to do anyway, I should drive up Interstate 81 through the beautiful Shenandoah Valley between the Appalachian and Blue Ridge Mountains. But I should refrain from turning off on I-66, the main route to Washington, some 70 miles to the east, as I'd intended. Instead, I should continue on to Hagerstown, Maryland, up near the Pennsylvania border. There I should stop at a certain motel, coincidentally another Holiday Inn, and check up on a certain female person in whom we were interested, who'd wound up in a local hospital a couple of days ago for reasons that were not entirely clear. I was supposed to make them clear to myself first, and then report my findings to the same contact number, the one we were using now.